Good morning, everyone. It's Marla Copal, the Vitality Mentor, and it is Saturday, May 2nd. We are into another month, and it's great. It's great. It's exciting. So I know many of you are like at home and you're still, or you're just starting to go out. And I hope you're all being smart because I have my masks and I'm choosing to not go out just so you can all get a little update until I get my hair cut on Monday. So why do I do that? Well, the woman I'm going to see has been sheltering in place with her two young children for as long as I have. And her salon is in the front of her house. And I'm going to go into her personal space to get my hair cut. So I am purposely not going anywhere like to get my oil changed or to just do a couple of simple errands where I might choose to go in a store with my mask on because I want to honor her. She's kept her home sacred, safe for her family, and healthy. So she emailed me the other day, or she texted and said, "Hey, I got some guidelines I have to do." And I said, "Fine, I can handle those." So I have to wear a mask, and I will take my shoes off when I go in her door, and I will wash my hands before we do anything where I sit in her chair and touch anything. And then she will have an envelope on the wall, and I can either put my check in there and she can let it decontaminate for a few days, or I could choose to PayPal her. Either way, it's going to be a good time because I feel safe and she feels safe that I've been safe. And so I like to just give her that confidence that the first person through her doors when she opens on Monday afternoon will be me, and I've sheltered in place for 53 days. So I would support all of you who choose to do the same thing, and I encourage you all to get those cute masks that are out there online and start having some fun with this instead of thinking of it a crazy time. Now, let me just share with you why I'm really here today. I love my small business. I love my networking business. And I know that many of you have those as side hustles. You're working for somebody else and you have a side hustle. And it feels good to maybe work with a company that you've got a 401k, you're doing quite a bit to put aside and plan for the future. And then things like today, in the last month, in the last 2 months, disrupt what we feel has been security. Well, I have to tell you that I've never done anything because it provided me security. I did a lot of things because I felt it gave me some control over my life. But I never 100%, even when I was working for someone else, which I only did actually in the latter part of my life, not in my first part of my life, but in my latter part of my life. And I had a side hustle going on the whole time I was with them. So there was 4 years that I had a side hustle at Sears as an appliance salesperson. And as a part-time person, I made as much as full-time people because I had some sales skills. And really, the only sales skill you need is you got to listen. You got to hear between the lines. But let's back to the point. Side hustle. And then I found a side hustle that served me for 10 years while I was still working. And it served me a couple of years after I chose not to work that job. And now I have a new one. But my side hustles have always involved health. Because I'm just one of those people who, for some reason, got tuned in early, but didn't believe in all the crazy things that were out there. At least I thought some of them were crazy things. I found things that were solid and that always built my blood system to be stronger. And so since 2007, everything I've done has helped me improve the oxygen levels in my body, which in Colorado are really important, and always do my immune system well. So even when people sometimes said, "Oh, I have a cold, don't get close to me," I used to say, "Hey, I don't get sick." Now I still do that. But you know what? COVID's kind of interesting. I don't understand that little sucker. And it could just do its own thing no matter what I've done. Who knows? But I'm not living in fear. because I know that foundationally I've maintained a great health system for a long time. So some people are getting into what I call a side hustle as extra products within a business they already own. Or you're working for somebody else and now you're saying, wow, do I really need to have more control over what might happen next? I mean, if we go back and we say this could never happen again, can we really say that? We can't. So let's talk about the things you need to do if you're going to do a side hustle. You really need to understand how you like to work. So I'm going to give you a simple example of what I'm seeing right now. I have a lot of people who go into the side hustle of the products that I have or some other products, but they don't have a good email system. They don't like Facebook. So their whole point of contact has been shows, face-to-face events, and they do some phone follow-up if they get that information. But my gosh, where are they now without the ability to follow up? So before you go in, you have to understand what are the skills that I need to grow right now. So people look at me sometimes and they go, "Oh, I can't learn that." I'm 71. I'm learning it continually. I put my company on computers in 1984, and we had to build the software program and we had to build the hardware system that we wanted to work for us. So you know what? I've been there, and all I do, I'm not a big geek, but I dabble enough to learn what I need to know to maintain my communications no matter where I am in a pandemic or a blizzard or a summer heat wave that everyone wants to stay inside. I'm constantly able to communicate with my clients, my customers, and my team members. So one of the biggest things that you want to do when you are running or making a decision about your own business is you need to investigate what are all the lines of connection that I need to develop. And if you only have one, call the telephone, or two, call the telephone, and I will meet people at events that I choose to do, like farmers markets and other events. You may need to start getting a third one in, and that could be Facebook. And some people have a disdain about Facebook. Like, I don't need that. Well, there are some people that overly express themselves on Facebook. I will agree. But if you go in with your intention to do more of here's what I'm doing to stay healthy and build a community around you of just healthy, like-minded people, you then can eventually share your product, not in a spammy, overly done way, but you have an opportunity. And then for some of you who say, oh, Instagram, that's for the millennials. Well, I'm on Instagram. And I got to tell you, I kind of have fun with it because there's some programs out there, and I can make some of the most creative, unique posts, and they please me. I don't necessarily have a big following, but people know where I am. They know that I'm there, and that if they want to reach out, they can. So to use these tools, and I just named two, to use the tools that you're comfortable with, and I don't think you should get more than two when you start, then you are in the opportunity to grow your community. And who would think that in 2020 I'd be talking to you about growing your community? Because we're all used to doing that in coffee houses. We're all used to doing that at those events we love to socialize at. And some of you might have to pick up Zoom. And then there's one tool coming. I have a heads up on something that's coming that is going to simplify many of our lives. But I can't share it yet because I don't know the launch date. But there are some interesting technological improvements that have been pushed forward. They were maybe on the drawing board, but they've been pushed forward because of this intense need for all of us to stay home, stay local, and stay safe. So let me review what I'm trying to get across here is if you have a side hustle, is it time to go full time? I can do half-hour discovery calls with you and help you out with that. Is it time for you to Just get more consistent with your public communications on Facebook and Instagram. So there's a lot of YouTube videos to help you out with that. If you need help putting strategies together, there are a number of us, that myself and others, that we can refer you to. We're not going to hustle our product. We're going to hustle entrepreneurship because we believe in it. It makes our hearts sing. We thrive because there's challenges every day, and we don't have anybody to rely on but ourselves. And if you like really relying on yourself and you really want to move forward and have a little more control whenever the next disruption, whatever it is, comes along, then plan with me. So put your ideas down. Let's talk. Bring them forth. And I have some new things coming up next week and the week after. So I'll be in touch as things progress with me to help you go into your own business. So let's take a side hustle to a full hustle and see what it can produce for you. So I'm Marla Copal, the Vitality Mentor. I do have a Mother's Day special on my website that's listed below. But you're welcome to call me at 719-964-2268 or engage with me on Messenger, because if you have not done that yet, I have to tell you that there's something coming, and I'm going to share it first on Messenger. So I'll talk to all of you soon. Have a great day, and until Tuesday at 8:30 Mountain Time, make it a good one. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.